I'm going to try to make this quick and painless, okay? Okay? For entertainment purposes only. Annie DOOKHAN. She was a chemist out of 305 South Street in Jamaica Plain, Boston. Okay? She had consistent correspondence with an ADA in office in Norfolk County named, his name was Georgie Porgy Puddin' Pie. That's what we're going to call him, but his government name was and is George Papachristos. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that is what it is. And the fact that they had consistent communication about the evidence that she faked, forged, fraudulently obstructed for years, and she was convicted in 2012. But prior, she had been doing this for years, okay? And the consistent communication is very key, because guess who ran to Georgie Porgy Puddin' Pie's side and who's still in office in Norfolk County? Michael Morrissey. He ran to Georgie Porgy's side and said, and mind you, Georgie Porgy resigned one day after these allegations arose, and the IA investigation was launched. Michael Morrissey came to George's side and said, nothing to see here. There was no criminal conduct. When the questions came up about, well, why the hell would Miss Annie DOOKHAN, or DOOKHAN, some Boston media outlets call her Annie DOOKHAN. I'm gonna say DOOKHAN. I don't know. She's where's she from? I don't know. Anyway, so why did my light go off? When questions came up about, well, why the hell did Annie DOOKHAN only request evidence from Norfolk County, right? And evidence meaning when officers, the local PD, stadies investigate homicides, unattended deaths, anything. They have evidence, right? They collect samples, like the red Solo cups that we transferred to old Annie DOOKHAN back 2012 and prior, okay? Why is this important? Do you know what Michael Morrissey said about the reasoning that Annie DOOKHAN only requested evidence from Norfolk County? Well, she lives in Franklin County, in Franklin, the city of Franklin, and that's probably why she requested it, because if she had to testify, she probably didn't want to go far, so she only requests mother F. Okay, that's not why. Annie had communication with George and vice versa, because George we're getting him for trafficking, felony drug trafficking, but the marijuana needs to be over 50 pounds. Anything you can do will be greatly appreciated. 2 hours later, Miss DOOKHAN would come back and say, not a problem, you got him. Over 80 pounds, or 80 pounds. So, like, indirectly, he was suggesting, hey, this, that, and the third. And do you know thousands and thousands and thousands of criminals were released and either retried or just let go because she was mixing samples to test for whatever they were being indicted for or charged with, and many, many people went to jail either rightly or wrongly accused. So regardless, she was doing Norfolk County a favor, and Michael Morrissey did nothing. He came to the aid of the lead prosecutor in office, just like he is still doing in Norfolk County with Birchmore. He went to Thorwell's side, said nothing to see here, and lo and behold, a couple years later, or how many years or so later, guess what? Barwell was charged with the murder of Sandra Birchmore. Just like with Proctor, nothing to see here, stop intimidating my witnesses on the Karen retrial. It was alleged, okay, at this time in 2022, and Michael Morrissey went on record as a DA, okay, saying nothing to see here, tainting the jury. He did not have any legal obligation to go on record and say this. And as a matter of fact, it was illegal. You can look it up.